fight of the evening is Bret North.
And we go from heavyweights all the way to the other end of the spectrum, the flyweights.
Big jump there. Big jump. We're talking 140-pound difference between the two.
And North actually, I believe this is his first fight since 2010.
2010? And you are correct there, David.
A 5-year layoff here. Actually, his last fight was a win over Todd Williamson. Also has a knockout and a couple of submissions, 3 submissions on his record. Definitely a guy who likes to finish fights, and as you see him being cornered here by the Fightopia team, the veteran of the cage, now 30 years old.
Is Bret the Hitman? Psych, I just threw that in there because I grew up on wrestling. So it's Bret North.
Comes out to let the bodies hit the floor. So that used to be the theme song to SmackDown, if I remember correctly, right?
I can't go that old school. I'm not sure, David. You might be right on that one, though. He will be taking on, I don't know how to pronounce his first name.
Jairo Perez.
Jairo. I can't roll my J's.
Training Center, and this kid is exciting in one word. And you'll see the entire Ronin Training Center clan backing him up here. But I saw his last fight, which he actually lost in March. But he was just a fantastic ball of energy the entire night, and attacking off of his back for the entire 3-round. As you see the Aztec, Jairo Perez, making his way to the cage here, the flyweight. And his first fight in December actually picked up a guillotine submission win in just 58 seconds. Now looking to move above the 500 mark in his 3rd amateur fight as he takes on the veteran Bret North. And said he loves everything. He loves jiu-jitsu, he loves Muay Thai. Actually just recently got his blue belt in jiu-jitsu from Vitor Oliveira.
Nice.
Said he's ready to go anywhere. Ronin Training Center is like his second family. And really that group of that camp, they really are like a family. Really tight-knit group of guys.
Yeah, Ronin Training Center, which is based out of Columbus, Ohio, is one of the top gyms out of the capital city of Ohio. And we've seen a lot of fighters, specifically Luke Zachrich, who is a UFC fighter. That's his gym, trains a lot of the local guys here. And I'm expecting to see a very technical and sound Aztec Perez tonight.
Said his game plan is to stand in this one.
I love flyweight fighters who like to stand because they have the cardio to go the entire fight. And I just imagine we see Bret pacing back and forth here. That is going to be an action-packed, nonstop fight here, David. You can see Aztec is pretty calm. Not really, looking at his opponent. I think he's ready to unleash a dominant performance here.
Todd Augusta giving them their final instructions. Bret North in the blue, Aztec Perez in the black.
Ooh, drops him with what appeared to be a short left.
Yeah, I couldn't tell exactly what dropped him there, but tons of action here.
Bret is looking for that takedown.
Body kick here from Aztec.
Aztec with some nice combinations and a knee.
And he is just opening himself wide up, but I feel like he doesn't respect the striking of Bret North. Uppercuts land there.
Another knee to the midsection there from Aztec.
And just
knee for
Bret around with that tie pitch. Now Perez looking for the takedown here.
Let them hands go, combo.
This is what you expect to see in flyweight fights. And North finishes that double leg.
You know, Bret North picked him up, and it looked like he was going to slam him really hard, but it appeared like he gently laid him down there for the takedown.
Yeah, I think he was really looking more to pass as he finished that takedown, which he did inside control, but Perez now regains full guard and actually maybe looking for
Body head, Bret.
the armbar now. I thought he was looking for a triangle.
If he
has a hold of his arm.
Bret's doing a good job at making sure he doesn't get the armbar in tight. Now using his leg to push off to get out of the submission attempt.
And Perez really just a little bit of a stalemate here. Perez still has his arm trapped, and Bret North is out, back on top again.
Inside control this time. Bret with some nice heavy shots there.
Yeah, a couple big shots there. They didn't look like they completely landed, but
now
still.
He's landing some lefts, and it looks like they're all but a couple are landing straight on the face.
And Perez has to do something, or the referee might stop this here. Although Todd Augusta doesn't even look like he's giving it a close look. And Perez now with the armbar again.
Oh, this one looks like it's no, he's able to get out.
And North is out again. And Perez, like I said, he is always moving. He is sneaky.
Nice.
He is slippery.
Transition there from Bret there.
Yeah, transition to that north-south position.
Bret able.
North on top again. And Perez really just unable to get off of his back, but maybe even a little bit, pretty much is comfortable there because he just seems to not even really be trying to get off of his back and just throw up those submissions.
10 seconds.
We hear the 10-second bell. 10 seconds left here in the first round between Aztec Perez and Bret North. Bret looks like he's going to finish the round out with some nice shots. Oh, Bret might have landed one after the bell.
Yeah, and Perez definitely did not like that.
No, not at all.
As he got up and went after Bret North briefly.
I like that, David, because that means they're going to come out in the second round with some fire underneath them. And we can see a nice explosive start to that second round.
That was a close round, but I think, Juan, you have to give that one to Bret North.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one, David. At first, the first, I would say minute to 40 or to 90 seconds, it might be Aztec's favor. But then Bret finished that round very strong, very elusive, looking to, kind of finish him with the strikes. Was unable to, but he was attempting them. Bret right now in the corner, he reminds me kind of a Thiago Silva, with his head down, staring at his opponent, bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, and he looks like he's getting in the zone here. As Perez really just looks to be attempting to calm down in between rounds. An interesting, difference in game plans here in between rounds.
Absolutely.
As North getting psyched up and Perez maybe trying to get psyched down there as the emotions were flying high at the end of that first round.
The only thing I hope is this pent up, I don't know if you can call it frustration or anger from Bret North, lets him make a mistake, such as he's keeping his chin down moving forward, not looking where his opponent is, which is it's an amateur move and one he needs to get away from.
Yeah, and he got clipped with a left hand there that he just tried to walk through. And Perez is, again, looking for that guillotine and has a lot of skill, but puts himself in bad positions because his opponent clearly is a better wrestler. And it's hard to win MMA fights off of your back.
It is, but
unless
now
you can hit a triangle or armbar against every opponent, and that's just not going to happen against some guys. And Bret looking to pass here.
Don't play that game, Bret. Pass that first. Pass his guard, Bret. Let's go.
Bret's corner yelling at him to pass the guard.
Let's go.
It doesn't look like he's really listening to the corner at the moment.
And you can see Aztec as he was looking to have wrist control. And as soon as he gets wrist control, he will swing around for that armbar. As you can see,
Works the knee. Pass that.
Can't really see it from our broadcast position. But it looks like he has control of the arm again.
Push off his bicep.
But
Or
North
his face,
again
that's
doing
fine.
a
Pull
good
it out.
job
You're too shallow. You're good. He's too shallow. Hey, end up on
of
top,
defending that
Brett. End up
armbar.
on top.
Brett, stay on armbar.
Pass
Brett
his
able to get
guard.
out of the armbar
We don't need to
submission.
beat him up
And
here. Pass his guard.
And
Beat
again,
him up,
Perez
Brett.
just
Guard,
unfortunately
Brett,
Get off his head, Brett.
too comfortable, too willing to be on his back here. And even though he is attacking, he's probably losing this fight.
absolutely, and Brett was able to pass into full mount. And I foresee Brett, posturing up and landing a barrage of strikes.
Hey, inch him closer.
Hopefully Perez is able to defend and or hold on to Brett as he's doing now to avoid any further
Now
punishment.
let him go on him. There, right there. Now sit up on him. and
Brett
let
has
go.
him up against the cage now. It's going to be
Finish
hard
him
for
now. Finish him
Perez
now,
to do
Brett.
anything.
Finish him. Don't stop till
Perez
Brett
doesn't
pulls
look like
out,
he's
Brett.
doing much, but just blocking.
North
And I have
with
a
a
feeling
lot
Tommy
of heavy
Gus's going to
shots
stop this
here.
fight here in just a moment.
Perez still defending and still moving around, but he took a lot of shots there.
He did take a lot of shots.
Didn't look like a lot of them went through super clean, but now Brett North looking for the armbar.
And this one looks like it is kind of in. We can't see from our
This one
angle.
may be tight. And Perez does a good job of stepping over the correct way. North looking to put his thumb straight up.
It doesn't look like it's going to.
Oh, that's disgusting. And the referee stops
He
it.
taps out. I didn't think it was going to be in correctly.
Perez was not going to tap.
Brett walks away with the armbar finish in the second round. Nice.
And his corner was telling him to break it, and I think he was willing to if that's what it needed to come to. Great fight there between the two flyweights.
Absolutely. Brett with the victory. Now moves to 5-3 as an amateur fighter. He picks up his second win in a row and his first win since 2010, which happened to be the last time he stepped inside the cage. Well, I'm going to toss it up to Rick Toms for our official announcement. Two minutes and 39 seconds of the second round. Brett North wins by armbar. Now we toss it up to